Hello, and welcome to Moscato and Tea. This is the show for all things beauty, business, and community with your hosts, Inez and Chiquita, keeping it raw, real, and unfiltered.
What's up, lady?
Hey, what's going on, lady?
Another day, another $50 we making.
Shoot.
In this crazy world, we kind of left off on our last, first part of our hot topics, kind of, talking about the stimulus checks and all that stuff. So we're going to kind of continue with the election craziness. I don't know if you saw, but Biden has mostly hired all women for his communications team. What do you think about that? Some people are giving him a little pushback as usual, but it's like, at least he's being, letting us know up front there's nobody related to him in the transition team, thank God, compared to other people. So
I think this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking is saying, look, what we've been doing hasn't worked. Women haven't had voices. Women, I think, deserve a voice, and a lot of them are smart and have something to say. Men, a lot of times when there's too many men, there's a lot of sword fighting. We need a little bit of a woman's touch to sit there and kind of rationalize in and come in. I'm not opposed to it. At this, I'm willing if he told me a monkey could do the job, I will be like, put that monkey in. Because at this point, with the shit show we had, come on now, mofos weren't even mad that he had Steve Bannon on his shit.
Yes.
The known racist. Nobody was mad that he put his daughter and his son-in-law. You gots to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Zero experience.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, they need to pack their shit and be like, hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Time to go.
I know.
The nepotism was real. So, you know what? Keep talking. You just mad because there's a bunch of women about to show y'all motherfuckers what you need to do. And it's about to be crap. That's all it is. Because let's keep it 100. As far as these elections and the shit that's been going down, it's been women making shit happen.
That have literally made moves in the right direction for everybody, not just for everybody, for themselves.
For the greater, but why would the thought that people in how do you call it, in these positions don't want women is mind-boggling. Women are natural nurturers, bitch. You came from a woman. Let's keep that 100. Because you got mommy issues don't mean nothing. You need to take that up with your mama.
Oh my God.
At the end of the day, women have always been known to be nurturers, great negotiators, multitaskers. You have to be. You have to be in this. And especially if you have children, bitch, boy, I can negotiate anything. You can talk about, she's hormonal and she got her period. That ain't got nothing to say because those men out there ain't got no kind of fucking period. Their testosterone's way up in their asses and they sitting there sword fighting to see who has the bigger one, but none of them have a big one because they all use Viagra. So let's get that woman in there and let her do her thing. And you know what? And if it doesn't work, at least he tried. It didn't work.
Yeah. At least, we'll see what happens. And I feel like we'll get a little bit more transparency from the cabinet and the people that he's picking.
Yes. And don't get me wrong. Not all women are honest and listen, there's apples in every, but at least give a chance.
Yeah, exactly.
So those backlashers, sit your ass down. Go stick your thumb in your mouth and go talk to your mommy. Obviously, she didn't breastfeed you enough. Go over there and figure that out with her.
Oh my God, it's too much. Well, already they said that Biden, I guess he had like a hairline fracture or something on his foot. And so a couple of the, press media is saying how Biden wasn't completely transparent, which is like ridiculous. It just happened. So give the man a chance to actually, get through the process and talk with the doctors and stuff like that before he gives his whole, information.
His fucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
The man was playing with his dog. Trump plays with his balls, and he ain't being transparent.
Oh my God.
Get out of here. I could see if he said, like, you know what, he had a heart condition, he could drop dead at any point. Okay.
Yeah.
But the man playing outside got a hairline fracture. People go look up what hairline fracture is.
Yeah. I know.
That does not negate him from being able to do what he needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
Again, Trump ate fucking fast food every day, and he got a big ass motherfucking gut, and he could drop dead at any point, and he's not being transparent. See, again, the hypocrisy of it all.
Yep. I know. It's crazy.
The man, crazy. So what? The man is in good shape. He out there. He's doing his thing. Listen, I will, like I said, I would take a monkey, an elephant, a zebra, a kangaroo, a lion. Well, maybe not a lion. A lion can get into
let's not do that.
Okay. But at the end of the day, I would take any damn zoo animal before this Trump here in his administration, because they're all a bunch of anyways, they were wild. Their whole administration was just nothing but a zoo.
I know, it's insane. Oh, I feel like
women. I do. Why is it that the United States has such a problem? Other countries have done it. They got prime ministers that are women. They have all kinds of shit, and shit is good. I don't understand. But you know what? It's just a show. Yes, I'm gonna say they're scared. They scared. You scared?
Mm-hmm.
Because they women. Because they don't want to be shown up by a woman.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is. That's all I can see. Because the amount of people that we do, that they do, like you say, have in office in other countries, things are working, things are getting better and improved. But I think it goes back to that ego thing.
And then ego thing. Then they're going to bring religion and all this bullshit into it. And, God created Adam. And God created Eve because Adam didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Mm-hmm. So he had to bring somebody else to sit here and say, listen, let's rationalize this.
Yeah.
And let's make shit happen.
I know. Seriously. Whew. But
Biden bring some women. I am not mad. Bring it.
Listen, I agree. I'm happy about it.
Yeah. You women, you out there. Bring it and show them what you about. Don't fuck this shit up.
It's crazy, but kind of on some good, a little, entertainment news. Not this craziness with the election. Did you watch the Grammy nominations? Did you see?
No.
Have you been watching any other award shows at all? No. They've actually been doing a good job with having the virtual award show settings and stuff.
Which is good. That's good.
Yeah.
To be honest, I haven't been, I'm usually really into pop culture. Mm-hmm. You know that. I know everything. I'll be telling you shit.
Yeah.
Just this, I don't know. I think right now, this is just my personal opinion. I think there's so many bigger issues going on in the world than just somebody getting an award. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think platforms with all these celebrities and all this shit should be used in a different manner, but that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
What does I say? I agree they should be showcased and awarded for their job. I understand that. But at this point, if you have no fans and there ain't people out there vote, you ain't going to have a career. So why not educate? You know what I'm saying? Why not educate your people and the fans and people and do something and use your platform to be able to sit there and say, yo, this is serious. Get out here. Like, look, I agree. You deserve to work hard, your recognition. But I think if people out here are starving, homelessness is crazy. I really don't think people, like, put it this way. If I don't got a job, I can't turn on my lights or feed my kids. I could give a shit that you won an award. I'm just keeping it 100.
No, I agree. But I know that I haven't
watched it, but yes, okay. I know like Cardi B and Wiz Khalifa had a little beefing going on for a second.
Oh, I didn't know that. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Grammy nominations. I guess they were saying how come Nicki Minaj hasn't been nominated or something like that. And Cardi, somebody posted something like that, and Wiz chimed in and said, "Yeah, self-made ones are always ignored." And then Cardi took it as shade and was like, "Yo, what the hell?" Like it was a big old. But then Wiz Khalifa came out and said, "Listen, it's all love. I'm talking about all of us. I'm still cheering for you." So I was like, "You see, that kind of thing." But
well, that kind of goes into what's. It's a whole nother topic, but do you think people, it's kind of do you think people get offended too easily? With things like someone says one thing and you take an offense or whatever when it's not really what they were meaning. And then it goes into that cancel culture. Yes. Because this other part of what I saw today was that this owner of a restaurant, some women were in there and supposedly they were twerking on top of the tables or whatever, glass tables. And he told them to stop a couple times, but they kept doing it. So, and then they want to throw out their cancel culture, stop going to the restaurant. But it's like, he's a business owner, he told you to stop. So it kind of goes into like, if
this is my problem with that. Okay. As a business owner and myself, if I ask you and, he has every right. This is my establishment, bitch. I put money and hard work. And he said, I'm trying to create an environment for our people to come in and have a good time and do that. If I'm telling guys to behave themselves in my restaurant and treat you all with respect, then I need you bitches to quit twerking on my motherfucking tables. Nothing.
Not in those exact words. I hope not.
Basically, But at the end of the day, I don't see nothing wrong with that. This is an establishment. That's the problem. I hate to say this about our people, but that's the fucking problem. We don't go into white people's establishment acting a fucking fool, but then we go into this man's establishment acting a fool, and then we want to cancel him because he's like being our daddy and checking our shit. You wrong. What happened to the days when, older elders and would say shit and be like, yo, that's how we kept each other in check. If that were my establishment, I would have been like, you bitches better get off my motherfucking table. And quit that shit up in here. This ain't a strip club.
There's a place, in time for that.
Yeah, but no, you gotta treat them and like if I ask you politely and said, please do not twerk on the tables, please. By the third time, if you haven't done it, yes, you're gonna see a side of me you don't like, and now that's the only part that is being videotaped. Not nowhere did somebody say, hey, he told them 3 times. All they see is him going bananas. The man is frustrated. Maybe he not only that, but he's trying to survive in a time of a pandemic. So for me, I would have told everybody, y'all come in here. The fact that we got to sit there and say, please no twerking on glass tables is ridiculous.
I know. Seriously.
So I do think people are too sensitive. I think people feel like you can't tell them anything. And if you don't like what they tell you, it's cancel culture. Cancel.
Yes. Or if you post something and all of a sudden it's like, oh, you didn't, you said this about this group of people or this type of religion or that, and it grows even bigger, and it's just like, what just happened?
Exactly. Here's the thing. It's a catch-22. We can't have it both ways.
Yep. Yeah.
We can't have it both ways. You can't sit there and say and record a Karen going bananas and flipping the fuck out and calling people all kinds of names and then cancel her. But then you do some shit and then you go in and then now it's like cancel them because I didn't like the way they talked to me. No. You can't have it both ways. It's either everybody or it's nobody. And yes, the cancel culture has worked in various ways where it has been very successful. If you're a racist and you're sitting out here spewing racism and you're doing shit and you're harming people, you deserve everything you get. Shut your mouth and stay home. Okay? But if you're out here in these streets and you're twerking or acting a fool in a restaurant or doing stupid ass shit, you deserve to get cussed out, and then you need to shut it up and keep it pushing. You can't say, well, Karen, only because it's me and we're people of color that even our own that's somebody's uncle, auntie. Like, imagine, would you do that shit? This is what I want to ask. Are you going to do that shit in front of your aunties and uncles at Thanksgiving? Sit your ass up and to Megan Thee Stallion and twerk your ass off?
Yeah.
If that's what you do at your auntie and uncle's house, then I could see that. But 90% of you ain't doing that shit.
Yeah.
Not with grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle. Nope, we ain't doing that. Because why? It's a sign of respect. The man owns a restaurant. Respect his restaurant. That's it. And what he said, I respect his restaurant. If you don't like his rules, don't go and eat there. That simple. Don't go and eat there. Don't go to the establishment. You want to go to the place that allows you to twerk, then go to that establishment. But don't cancel the man.
Yeah. Well, where did this entitlement come from? You know, with people just in general that are just automatically like, I'm not going to follow, you know, whatever.
It's social
your
media.
rules are.
It's social media and the way people don't interact with each other anymore. We are so glued to internet, that, you know, social media, where it's stuck to Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. We're so engaged in the falseness of it all that we don't even know how to react and conduct and behave and communicate with each other. We got a generation of kids that don't know nothing but technology.
Yeah.
Video games, all of that stuff.
Video.
We were kids. We had to go outside and play.
I know. Yeah.
We couldn't wait for summertime because we could play outside later. We couldn't wait for, you know, imagination. We had friends. We would have sleepovers and play and do all this stuff. Why? Because that was who we had. Nowadays, kids don't even know how to associate with one another. They bully each other. They're mean to each other because they're hide behind a screen. At least when we were growing up, we had a bully. Shit, you had to fight that bully. Like,
listen.
Listen.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You knew who your bully was. And then you had your friends, and your friends will say, well, fuck you, bitch. Let's meet at the park.
Yes. And we are, let's just, let me just put out a disclaimer. We are not condoning violence.
Absolutely not. Let's get that correct. I'm talking about when we were kids, and that's how people did things. We weren't shooting, and we just used to smack each other around, but we're not condoning violence. I'm just saying that even then, and having to deal with that, even though bullying is terrible. Listen, I'm not condoning bullying. I'm not condoning any of that. What I'm saying is that we had to learn how to deal with our emotions and deal with things and move forward. Today, kids don't have that access. They feel alone. They feel that if they don't have a certain amount of followers, they're a loser. They not even realizing that doesn't matter. The human one-on-one contact is what matters. You know, and that's why this pandemic is so crazy, because not only are people dying from this virus, but people are dying of a loneliness.
Yeah.
You know, mentally and physically, mentally dying from loneliness. The people don't realize how important human contact is. We weren't made and created to be alone and isolated in a box with a phone. So I understand where entitlement comes in, because if you don't know any better, you don't know how to share. You don't know how to participate and play games and, you know, do all of that. Of course you feel entitled, and everything is pretty much given to you. Listen, there are kids, they're doing stupid TikTok. This one chick, all she does is dance and lip sync to TikTok and makes millions of dollars. I was like, that is the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. All you have to do is dance, and you get sponsored and you make millions of dollars. Shit, I'm in the wrong business.
Listen, I was just talking to another friend about that. I was like, do I need to get on that TikTok social media stuff? But I know I won't stick to it.
Me either. I you know me, my attention span is pretty short. I'll be like, yeah, and then I'll be like, I gotta do this every day.
Exactly.
But again, I rather human contact. These people, you know, these kids don't know. That's all they know. So that sense of entitlement, I see where it's from. It's our fault. It's parents' fault. It's, you know, social, cultural, everything. Everybody wants to have what somebody else's have, but not really realizing what it takes to get into that. You know, back in the day, you wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer, let's just per se. You knew you had to go to school. You had to go to med school. Shit, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Now social media makes it look like it takes you 2 seconds.
Listen, it's crazy.
All I got to do is post some bullshit. Oh man, that's crazy.
And some of these people should not be doctors or whatever,
Girl. That's a whole nother situation. Mm-hmm. But you know, I feel that in the sense of entitlement, and I do think that the cancel culture is good for certain things. I just don't think it should be like the man's doing his business. He don't want you twerking in his restaurant. Okay. Yeah. So now we have to even watch how we say things to people, because now crying. Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah. If that was the case when I was a kid, man, my ass would have been on fire 24/7.
Yeah.
From getting my ass whooped. Like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Well, I know one other thing, kind of in that same like social media vein, what I've been noticing, I don't know if you've noticed, but I was actually listening to another podcast and they were talking about this. And it's lately, I've seen an increase, unfortunately, in killings of young Black male rappers. Like literally almost every week or every month or whatever, there's been another shooting. And I'm just like, what is really going on? So a lot of these young rappers like are, being killed in random, on the street or going into a club, or it's just insane. And so I'm just like curious or wondering what, is really fueling that anger and frustration that people feel, that entitlement or that thought of, I'm just going to take this person's life, just because, you just don't like them or don't like what they say or something. And it's just like insane to me, because we should not, we're up here fighting, like you said, like you say, for, police brutality, all this and that. And then we also on the same, in the same lane, we're like, they're killing each other. So
I think there's a lot of things. One, it's the lack of value for human life. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Okay. There is no more empathy or sympathy or understanding for human life. I think that's a key. Two is we're in a time of desperation, being desperate, desperation. People are desperate. People are hungry. People are starving. People want what other people want. And social media has given access to showboat and show off what you perceive to be important in your life. Right? So a lot of these young rappers, I hate to do this because I'm feeling like I might like turning into my mom and dad. But, back in the day, you didn't have that. The only way you could see somebody's money and what they're doing, they have some gold chains. That's what you aspired for. They were just talking about they should bring back MTV Cribs. There were certain things, but now the accessibility and the fact that you can literally show thousands of dollars on your Instagram or on your TikTok, and you're flashing that, and you're going out there, like showing your receipts to paying $2,000, $20,000, all of this stuff. Well, someone who's desperate or who wants to be an artist or wants to have what you have now is like, well, I need to eliminate that person because that person is taking my spot.
Yeah.
There's a saying in Spanish that they always say, quítate tú pa ponerme yo. So you get out the way. I got to take you out so I can be seen. So it's super sad that young brothers aren't even helping each other out. And it's a process of elimination as well. The less Black men we have, the less we can procreate more Black men. So we're not only are we extinct, not only is the white society trying to extinct us, but we're extincting ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Not thinking about it that way. The more Black men we kill, young Black men, there'll be a point where who are we procreating with? Yes, these men can live up to a certain time, but this is the new generation. These are the ones that are supposed to be bringing in kids. And so now all these young Black rappers and men dying have children that are now going to be born raised fatherless and don't understand. So the cycle continues. So, when they're sitting there flashing all their money, and why? Just know, I got to work hard. Why don't you, but here's the thing. They're in their studio smoking weed. They're making it up into some glamorous shit. But the reality is it's a lot of hard work. It's hard work, dedication, long hours to get that.
Yeah.
And people are just like, I'm a better rapper than this fool. And jealousy and envy.
Yeah.
They get blinded by that. And it's basically now we lived legit in the past, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So many have gone, which is bananas to me. They're talking 21, 22, 23-year-olds. They're still babies.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then they have babies. And then this is my question. This is where I'm going to ask the hip hop community and society. When are they going to stand up and sit up and say, yo, enough is enough?
Exactly.
Enough is enough, my brothers.
Come together.
There's room for everybody. We cannot keep killing each other. When is that going to be it? The same way, it's a very, it's a cycle of just, it's just a really sad cycle that isn't being broken. And, unfortunately, I know people in the music industry, all of that. I mean, dude, you could be a DJ and die. You could be anything that has to do with the arts and creating, doing that. They seem to be just taking. I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. Yeah. It's really bad.
It's bad.
Really bad. So.
And then we need more Black men out there. But then again, if you're a kid that didn't grow up with your dad because he was incarcerated for some stupid shit, and then the only thing you know how to do and all you see and you look up to is rap music and then it's just a cycle. And then you're in this game, and now you got to look over your back because now you're the same people that were rocking with you are now hunting you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? The same people were rocking with you when you were down. Oh, we all good. And then the minute you make it, now they're hunting you. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
They need to do something like all these, folks in high positions. They need to come together, and see what can be done. But on that note, we're going to go ahead and end off this episode. And just hopefully people will really just think and come together as a community and really try and figure out, how we can be better as individuals, but also in our community with each other. And once again, lady, it's been a great conversation with you. And I will see you next time.
See you next.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Take a little time to enjoy your brand of Moscato and Tea with us every day. Subscribe, rate, and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and MoscatoandTea.com.